Good morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire. Welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance, and pivot levels, and the Fibonacci's. It is Wednesday, the 11th of August. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar and looking at the hourly candlesticks, it's been a mixed start to the morning. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 45,647 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 46,660. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Bitcoin to break back through to 46,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 46,695 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 48,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 47,707. A fallback through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 44,600 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 43,000 levels. Second major support level at 43,587 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a bullish cross at the turn of the day coming off the back of yesterday's late partial recovery and this morning's gains. So look out for a widening of the bullish histogram to support further upside. On the EMAs, the 50 is holding its ground against the 100 and the 200. So look out for any move away from the 100 to support a breakout on the day. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 45,647 and move back through to 46,000 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Cross to Ethereum against the US dollar. It's been a mixed start to the morning. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fallback through the pivot at 31.43 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 3235. Support from the broader market will be needed for Ethereum to break back through to 3200 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 3235.1 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target the 23.6% fib at 3369 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 3327. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3050 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 2900 levels. Second major support level at 2959 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a bullish cross at the turn of the day that's coming off the back of this morning's upside. So look out for a widening there for direction. On the EMAs, the 50 is holding its ground against the 100 and the 200. That's still a bullish indicator. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 3143 and move back through to 3200 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Moving across the Litecoin against the US dollar, bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 164 to continue the run at the first major resistance level at 170. Support from the broader market will be needed for Litecoin's breakout from yesterday's high that was at 168.42. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin target the 23.6% fib at 178 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 174. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 160 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Litecoin should still well clear the second major support level at 155. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a bullish cross at the turn of the day that's coming off the back of yesterday's partial recovery in this morning's breakout. So look out for a further widening there. On the EMAs, that's a bullish signal with a 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200 signaling further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 164 and break through yesterday's high at 168.42 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, the support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, particularly bullish start to the day. Going to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the 23.6% fib at 853 to break back through the first major resistance level at 8762. Support from the broader market will be needed for Ripple's XRP to avoid a fallback through to sub 0.86 levels. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP test resistance at 0.9 before any pullback. The second major resistance level sits at 0.8999. A fallback through the 23.6% fib and through the pivot at 8385 would bring the first major support level at 8149 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.80 levels. Second major support level sits at 0.7771. Looking at the MACDs, we have a marked widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of this morning's rally. So look out for further direction there. On the EMAs, that's a bullish signal with a 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the 23.6% fib of 8533 to bring resistance levels back into play. Failure to do that and support levels could come into play.